Hi friends, good day. We have seen the last class by taking one example about how to prepare investment account, come interest, ex interest purchase, or come interest purchase, ex interest purchase, come interest sale, ex interest sale, and those things we have seen. Today I am taking out problem number 1. This is from our CHAMS material that is being provided to you. So Gamma Investment Company holds 1015% debentures of 100 rupees each in Beta Limited as on 1st April 2015 at a cost of rupees 1,05,000. The first point of this problem is that they are having Gamma Invest Company holds, means it's a balance. So what I do, each and every line I'll just go by a timeline so that you'll understand it better. So here I am writing timeline. First April 15, how many debentures? 1000 debentures, 1000, 15% debentures of 100 each at a cost of 1,05,000. So this can be taken as opening balance. Clear to all of you? This can be taken as opening balance. Then next, and interest is payable on 30th June, 31st December each year. 2 dates. And whenever you are having this particular point given here, 1st April 2015, but interest is being payable on 30th June and 31st December, you should understand that there is an accrued interest. Why accrued interest, sir? The reason is that the last date of payment of interest was on 31st December. Is this clear? And whereas you are having balance on 1st April, and you can see when they are closing the books on 31st March 16. That means accounting year, whenever you are looking at the problem, you should be looking at accounting year. First April 15, 31st March 16 is accounting year. Clear? So that means 1st April 2015. What was the last date of payment of interest? 31st December 2014. So for 3 months you need to calculate interest, no? So what I do, because it on screen I have to go back and I have to explain what I will be doing. Each and every line I will be giving you working notes also along with timeline. So first I have to calculate interest. So working notes number 1, here I am starting. Accrued interest. This we have not seen in the last class. Accrued interest on opening balance. That is from 1st January 2015 to 31st March 15. How many debentures we have seen there? On 1000 debentures. Is this clear? The rate of interest 10% or 15%? 15% debenture. Sorry, 1015% debentures. not 10% debentures. This is 1000 debentures cost is 1,05,000. Now, accrued interest on opening balance. You have to calculate 1000 debentures into 100 rupees into 15%. This is clear. 1000 into 100 into 15% into 3 by 12. It is coming to 3,750. This 3,750 will be taken to income column. Or it is called as interest column. You following? It is called as interest column, income column or interest column. So we need to see, whenever we are having opening balance, we need to see what is the last date of payment of interest. Last date of payment of interest was on 31st December 15. Okay, then next, this is completed. Now let us see. On 1st May 2015, 500 debentures are purchased, come interest at 53,500. This is another paragraph. On 1st May 15, 500 debentures are purchased, come interest 53,500. So 500 debentures purchased. What is the date, my dear friends? 1st May 2015. What is cost price? 53,500. That is purchase price. Here, since it is opening balance, we are writing cost price. Here it is 53,500 is purchase price. So now I think I have to go for working notes number 2. Working notes number 2, so that it is easy for you to work out. If it is normally I am explaining on the board, first I go for timeline, then I will come back to this. So I think one by one I am going here. Working. This is initially my advice is to go for like this, so that if you are having everything on the notes, I think you need not go back and look at the problem. Paragraph wise, if it is not must, this timeline is not must. Please remember, this is not required. Only for you to understand it in a better way, I am just writing it. If you are comfortable without doing it, you can do it, you can save time. It's your choice. Okay, but for me to explain you when you are learning, I think I need to give you a detailed explanation. Maybe sometimes I'm adding few more points on the screen, or whenever I do on the board also, generally I do the same thing. Okay, so 53,000 purchase price. That purchase price is including interest, you know, that accrued interest. What is accrued interest, sir? When it has been purchased? 1st May 2015. Clear to all of you? 1st May 2015 it has been purchased. When 1st May 15 it has been purchased, means last date of interest was 31st December. No, so 31st December means after 4 months. After 4 months, the company has purchased. So to the seller, the company has to pay, the purchasing enterprise has to pay 4 months accrued interest. That accrued interest is included in 53,500 because it is a come interest debentures. So what I am doing here, is cost price of debentures purchased. Cost price of debentures purchased on 1/5/15, 1st May 15. Purchase price is nothing but quotation price. Purchase price of 500 debentures is given in the problem, 53,500. From this I shall deduct accrued interest. Accrued interest is to be calculated 1st January 15 to 1st May 15. That is for how many months? 4 months you have to calculate. So accrued interest is equal to 500 debentures into 100 into what is the rate of interest? 15%, 4/12. Get all of you? So 500 into 100 into 15% into 4/12. It is coming to 2,500. 2,500 is to be subtracted. Then you will be getting 51,000. This is cost price. You know that why you are deducting, because this is cost to be taken to cost price, cost column. This 2,500 will be taken to which column? Interest column. We have discussed already. This will be taken to interest column or income column. Okay, right. So this is completed. Now next point, third point. On November 1st, 2015, 600 debentures are sold ex interest. 600 debentures are sold ex interest at rupees 57,300. On November 1st, 2015, 600 debentures are sold ex interest at rupees 57,300. And I told you, whenever you are selling it, you need to find out profit or loss. To find out profit or loss, I need to find out the cost price of debentures sold. For that, you should know which method they are following. Here in the problem, he has given that they are following FIFO method. They are following FIFO method. So FIFO method is to be followed. When you follow FIFO method, I think very clearly it has been given. We are having 1,000 debentures. Out of 1,000 debentures, so far you got two lots. One is opening balance is 1,000 debentures. Then purchase is 500 debentures. So 1,000 plus 500. Which lot you will be selling? Under FIFO method, first in, first out. Opening balance, you will be selling the debentures from opening balance. That is generally it's fair also to assume, reasonable to assume. Generally, we wish to clear off the old one first. It doesn't make any sense. What is the cost price? Generally, we assume that under FIFO method, opening lot is being sold. That opening balance out of 1,000. So, what is the cost price of 1,000? Himself has given 1,05,000. This is simple. 1,000 for 1,000 debentures, cost price is 1,05,000. What is the cost price for 600 debentures? Because we are using 1,000 debentures, out of 1,000 debentures, we are assuming 600 debentures has been sold under FIFO method. If it is FIFO method, you start from 500. But generally, we have told you, as I explained you given the notes, we follow either FIFO or average cost method. So in this problem, the instruction has been given us to do FIFO. I am going by this. Clear to all of you? So come on, tell me how to calculate, my dear friends, under FIFO, the 1,000 debentures. I think I got the cost price. Now this sold ex interest. Ex interest means quotation price is excluding interest. But I told you, for calculating the profit or loss, I am repeating once again, whoever is having any confusion, last class at the fag end of the session, of last class, I have specifically stressed on this. Whenever you are finding out profit or loss, the sale proceeds shall exclude interest. Please remember, sale proceeds should be excluding interest. It can become interest, means interest is to be deducted. If it is x interest, interest is already deducted. But either come interest or x interest, I need to calculate interest, because at the time of selling the investment, I am collecting the interest from the buyer, because once if I sell, he is going to get the interest. I think when it has been sold, November 1st 2015, it has been sold. What was the last date of payment before November 1st? Not 31st December, it is 30th June. 30th June means July, August, September, October. How many months after? After 4 months it has been sold. Is this clear? So I have to calculate interest. That interest I am going to get from the buyer, but that interest will be taken to income column, and that interest portion will never affect you to find out profit or loss. So let me go for accounting the timeline. November 1 2015, 600 debentures were sold. So here X interest sold. What is the value of debentures sold? 57,300, no? 57,000. Come back to this. Now I am going for working notes number 3. Profit or loss on sale of 600 X interest debentures sold on 1st November 2015. So for that, here I am giving explanation. This is very important point. Whenever you are having, you make a I have told you number of times, you can have some pocket diary or something like a scribble pad. There are few hints for doing the chapter. You need not look at everything. Few hints that you should make a note, because this will trouble you when you are in the examination hall. So before going to the examination, one day before, just you can have a glance at it. That is what I am writing. This is very, very important. It is always to be remembered. It is always to be remembered that sale proceeds should never include interest, be it some interest or X interest. Clear? It is always to be remembered that sale proceeds should never include interest to be interest. It is always to be remembered that sale proceeds should never include interest, be it come interest or X interest. The reason is to find out profit. Sale proceeds should never include interest, but interest is to be calculated. To be shown in which column? Income column. So sale proceeds X interest, no? X interest means interest is not included. So directly I can write what is sale proceeds, 57,000. Why sale proceeds will never include interest? Because it's a revenue nature. 57,300. And also one more point you should remember. Is to be taken to cost column on credit side. This stuff don't write in the examination. This stuff don't write in the examination. This is tutorial note. The tutorial note for you to understand. Clear? Right. Now to find out profit, I need to have cost price, no? Cost price of 500 or 600? 600, sorry. Debentures sold. So here, since it is FIFO, I am giving detailed explanation. Since it is FIFO method, we are assuming 600 debentures sold from opening balance of 1000 debentures. So now what is cost price? 1,05,000 is the opening. This I have told you. What is opening balance? 1,05,000. So 1,05,000. The cost for how many debentures? 1000 debentures. Therefore, for 600 debentures, what will be the cost price? That is 1,05,000 into 600 by 1000. 1,05,000 by 1000 into 600. It is coming to 63,000. 63,000. I think you know, sale proceeds are less than cost. It means you are getting a loss. Loss on sale is to be shown on the credit side of a gross loss. You know, loss on sale is to be shown on the credit side of loss on sale is to be shown credit side of cost column. I've explained, I've compared this with like a trading account, investment account, fixed asset account. I remember I've explained in the classroom, be it fixed asset account, like we say machinery account, be it a trading account, it's a current asset account. Stock is current asset, no? Be it is investment account, current asset account. Opening stock, purchases, sale, closing stock. Simple logic. Only in this investment account you are having accrued interest. So gross loss where you show credit side of trading account. In plant and machinery account you show by P&L account loss on sale. Investment account where you show loss on sale only in which column? Cost column, not in interest column. In interest column, or it is also called as income column. So make the things very simple. Okay, make the things very simple. No need to confuse. Maybe sometimes here you may be feeling that SAR is going too slow. I don't know, because I need to very sorry to say that I don't know how you are receiving it. I am having my own apprehensions, because I have been teaching from so many months, almost more than a year, including your foundation. But due to this unavoidable circumstances, I think even though I know a bit of you people, your caliber, etc., but still I want to convince myself that I must deliver in a proper manner, that it should reach you effectively. That's it. My intention is that. I hope you'll understand. Okay, it's boring. Sometimes SAR is going too slow. Some people may be catching, some people may be a bit slow in understanding the things. So maybe that is why I am repeating, because we got the time also. No need to worry about it. After this chapter, we are having only 2 more chapters. So we got enough time. So it's a simple chapter. So I think this is a detailed information I am giving. Loss on sale is to be shown on the credit side. What is the loss on sale? 63,000 minus 63,000 minus 57,300. You are getting a loss of 5,700. Okay. Then next, you also should calculate accrued interest. I told you, if this is come interest from sale proceeds, you can deduct interest. The sale proceeds interest is deducted, and that will become net sale proceed. From that you calculate. Here, since interest is not calculated, because interest is not included, you have to calculate separately interest. That's it. So here note, accrued interest is to be calculated. Accrued interest is to be calculated from 30th June, the last date of interest was paid. No, 1st July 15 to 1st November 15. That is for 4 months. Am I right? On 600 debentures. If it is come interest, this we need to calculate first, because I told you sale proceeds should never include interest to find out profit or loss. This I have already given here. Sale should never include interest to be calculated. Interest to find out profit or loss on sale. But interest should calculate is shown in income column. Sale proceeds to be taken to cost column on credit side. Remember, whenever you are taking anything to cost column, it will never include interest. Become interest or X interest. So now accrued interest is equal to if I write 1st November, don't confuse 5 months. Don't lose marks unnecessarily. Okay. Accrued interest. How many debentures are there? 600 debenture. Face value of debenture given in the problem 100. Even if it is not given, we shall assume as 100. Rate of interest 15% into 4 by 12. 600 into 100 into 15% into 4 by 12. It is coming to 3000 rupees. This 3000 rupees will be taken to which side? Accrued interest 3000 rupees on the credit side of investment account, income column, or it is called as interest column. Okay, so this is completed. Next, on November 30, 2015, 400 debentures are purchased, X interest at 38,400. Now, November 30. Again, what was the last date of payment? June 30, no? Before November 30, June 30. Now, how many months? 5 months interest is to be calculated, even though it is X interest purchase. X interest purchase 38,400 is not including interest, no? But when you are buying, in addition to 38,400, you also have to pay interest for how many months? 5 months. Okay, so that will become the next point. 30th November 2015. Achha. And in between, actually, I should write one more item that I have not written, my dear friend. Sorry. That you can even write later on also. Interest received. 6 months interest, no? As on that date, how many debentures are there? 1000 plus 500. On 1500 debentures is to be calculated. Okay, that let me that we can write a separate point. That is the case. Working notes, better you make it the fourth one. Okay. Working notes number 3. Is interest received on 30th June 15. Interest received on 30th June 15 on number of debentures L. That is opening balance 1000 plus purchases 500. 1500 debentures you are having as on that date. So therefore, interest received is equal to 1500 debentures into 100 into 15 by 100 into 6 by 12. 1500 into 100 into 15% into, it is coming to 11,250. Okay, that also should not be. That is why timeline will always be advantage. Okay, this is complete. I have changed it, working notes number 3. After that, chronologically I am going. This will be working notes number 4. Okay, right. Coming back to this now. Yeah, here we are. So 400 debentures are purchased X interest. X interest for how much? 38,400. Let me take you to timeline. November 15. 15% 400 debentures. X interest purchased at, what is the rate that has been given, at rupees 38,400. Okay, now that will become working notes number 5. So purchase price of cost price of X interest debentures purchased on 30th November 15. Cost price of X interest debentures purchased on 30th November 15. Since it is X interest, is equal to 58,000, sorry, 38,400. Now, why? Because it is X interest. X interest which is not included, accrued interest is not included. But we need to calculate accrued interest, no? Accrued interest is to be calculated from 1st July 15 to 30th November 15. That is for 5 months. That is for 5 months. Am I right? So that is equal to 400 debentures into 100 into 15% into 5 by 12. 400 into 100 into 15% into 5 by 12. It is coming to 2,500. This 2,500 rupees will be taken to which column? Interest column. Clear to all of you? Then next, on December 31st, 400 debentures sold, come interest. Now 400 debentures, again which method? FIFO. We are having 1000 debentures opening, out of which how many has been sold? 600 has been sold. Now you are selling 400, still we got 400 balance, no? That means without touching any purchase of debentures, you are able to sell your opening balance only. When this has been sold? 31st December 2015. Now here I wish to make a statement here. When on 31st December, you are selling, means the date on which, is this clear? The date on which you are selling, automatically at the time of sale, we assume that since it has been given that has been sold, that amount either you are receiving yourself, your come interest has been given, we assume that amount has been paid by the buyer and the company has made payment to the buyer. That is an important point you should understand. Since come interest has been given, this quotation price is 55,000. When once it is been sold, The interest coupon, generally company when the debentures are issued, they will be giving coupons. But interest coupon is with whom? The buyer now. That buyer will be presenting it. So either buyer is paying to me or the company is paying to me, doesn't affect. But since the cum interest has been given, this 55,000 rupees is including accrued interest. Okay. So what I am doing now, timeline I am taking you, 31st December, 400 debentures sold. $400 debentures sold, come interest. 400 debentures sold, come interest. What is the value of that? I think 55,000, no? 55,000. And also we have to calculate interest also. And one more thing I should write here on the same day, 31st December 15, interest received. 1,600 sold. 400 sold. So 1,000 has been closed. What is the balance as on this date? 500 plus 500 plus 400. Interest will be received on how many debentures? 900 debentures. This will become working notes. Then you are having closing balance. 31st December 15, closing balance. Closing balance how many debentures? 900 debentures. That value we should find out. That's it. So this is working notes number 1, working notes number 2, working notes number 3, working notes number 4, working notes number 5, working notes number 6, working notes number 7, working notes number 8. So this is how you should be doing it. This timeline will give you clarity. And you also can do one thing, you can draw the chart also, account also. The moment you complete working notes, you can insert the values also. Okay, now let me go for this one, 400 debentures sold. So working notes number, this will be fine, no? Yeah. Sorry, working notes number 6. Profit or loss on sale of $400 debentures, come interest on 31st December 2015. I told you to find out profit or loss, sale proceeds should never include interest. But here sale proceeds is including interest, no? So what I am writing? Sale proceeds with interest given. What is the value? 55,000. From this I am deducting interest. Interest you will be calculating for 6 months, no? Interest from last date of payment was 1st July 15 to 31st December 15. How to calculate interest, sir? How many debentures? 400 debentures into 100 into 15% into 6 by 400 into 100 into 15% into 6 by 12. It is coming to 3,000. Now 52,000 which you are having is sale proceeds. To find out profit, you can also make this statement, you can remember. Sale proceeds excluding interest. Always to find out profit or loss, I need sale proceeds excluding interest. If it is X interest, say for example X interest, no need to deduct interest, but interest is to be calculated, no need to deduct interest. to find out profit or loss. Now, next, cost of 400 debentures. That is, it is being used from opening balance of 1000 debentures, no? From opening balance of 1000 debentures. So that means we got already 1000 debentures, cost is 1,05,000. Therefore, for 400 debentures, what will be the cost? So you know that 1,05,000 into 400 by 1000. It is coming to 42,000. Now you are getting profit, no? Sale proceeds is more than previously we got loss. Profit on sale taken to debit side of investment. I have already given explanation. Debit side of investment in cost column. And this interest will be taken to which column? Interest column, credit side. Okay, clear to all of you. Now this is working notes number 6. And 7th working notes, as on I've already told you, how many debentures are there? 900 debentures, or 900 debentures you should calculate interest. Seventh working notes number 7. Interest received on 900 debentures. Left means on 31st December 15. How you got that 900? 1000 opening balance plus purchase 500, sale 600, purchase 400, sale 600. 1500 minus 600, 900 plus 4, 1500 minus 600, 900, 900 plus 4, 1300, 1300 minus 1000 plus 500, no, 1500, 1500 minus 600, 900, 900 plus 400, 1300, 1300 minus sale is 400, no, minus 400. How many debentures you are having? 900. Clear to all of you? So interest is equal to 900 into 100 into 15 by 100 into 6 by 12. 900 into 100 into 15% into 6 by 12. It is coming to 6,750. Into 6 by 12. A minute. 900 into 100 into 15% into 6 by 12, 6,750. Now, last one, working notes number 8. I told you already, since it is FIFO method and market value is not given, closing balance can be taken as carrying amount. That I already told you. But I think you're closing your books on 31st March now 2016. So again 3 months interest is accrued because you're closing books on 31st. The interest is being paid on 31st December. You can see interest is being paid on 31st December, but you're closing books on 31st March 6. So closing balance 900 debentures, accrued interest will be 3 months. The reason is that again the company is going to get in, the investing enterprise is going to get, Gamma Investment Company is going to get interest on 30th June 2016. Therefore 3 months interest will become accrued. Okay, so that also I am writing working notes number 8. Accrued interest on closing balance. On 31st March 16. That is from 1st January 16 to 31st March 16 on 900 debentures. That is equal to 900 debentures into 100 into 15 by 100 into 3 by 12. We are getting 3,375. If you want, you can cross check. 900 into 100 into 15% into 3 by 12. Okay, now I think everything has been completed. Let me take you to investment account now. Solution. Which company, name of the company, tell me? Gamma. Gamma Investment Company. Investment account. (31st March 16). 15% debentures of investment is in Beta Limited. Interest is payable. This you should mention on 30th June and 31st December. First column date. You can also write income. Nominal value we can write also number also. I'll show you, instead of writing nominal value, you can also write number of debentures, or you can write nominal. It's your wish. Shall I show you number also? You can write number or nominal value. Okay, 1st April 15 to balance brought down. We are having 1000 debentures. Accrued interest we have calculated already. We have calculated accrued interest, if I remember. It is 3750. I have written number. You can also write face value. Face value means 1000 into 100 you should. But here I am writing number. Cost is 1,05,000. This is complete. Now working notes number 2 you can see. This is 51,000 cost price, accrued interest 2,500, date 1/5/15. To bank account. To bank account, how many debentures has been purchased? I told you 500 debentures have been purchased. 500 debentures have been purchased. And what is the cost column? Accrued interest column 2,500. Cost column 51,000. Yet all of you. 51,000 cost column, 2,500 interest column. Working notes number 3. Interest received. Interest received will be taken to which side? Credit side. We have already calculated interest. In income column 11,250. 11,250. Next, after that, working notes number 4, I think this sale proceeds. Sale proceeds. X interest, I told you, X interest means without interest. Sale proceeds, X interest means without interest. I told you to find out profit, interest we should never include. So 57,300 you can directly write in cost column. And also you are having accrued interest 3,000. This is all to be taken to cost column. And we are also having loss. These all three will be taken to credit side. Buy bank sale. What is the date? First, number 15. How many debentures have been sold? 600. What is the interest on this? 3,000. What is the cost price? We have discussed already. $57,000. You are getting a loss, no? That loss will be transferred to P&L account. What is the loss you got? 5,700. Get all of you. That means 63,000 worth of item has been sold. 57,300 has been realized. The amount that has not been realized is a loss. I told you, sale cost price will, sale or loss or profit will appear on the cost column. You know, gross loss where you should write cost column. Gross profit, which side you write cost column, like. Then after that, working notes number 5. Debentures have been purchased. I have told you accrued interest. Loss on sale to be taken to the credit side of cost column. This is also completed. Working notes number 5. Cost price is how much? 38,400. Accrued interest is how much? 2,500. How many debentures has been purchased? 400 debentures have been purchased. November 15. To bank. How many debentures has been purchased? 400 debentures has been purchased. Okay. What is the accrued interest column? You got already calculation, no? 2,500, I think. $1,500. 38,400 is in cost column. This is also completed. Next, there is again sale. When it has been sold? 31st December 15. Buy bank sale. We have seen already working notes number 6. 10,000 cost column. 40,000. 52,000 cost column. Interest income column. How many debentures have been sold? 400 debentures have been sold. Interest column 3,000. What is the amount that has been received? So 42,000 item has been sold for 52. Profit you are getting. Profit will be taken to debit side of cost column. Profit on sale is how much? 10,000. And then 31st December 15. Buy bank interest received. We have already calculated. Working notes number 7. What is the interest received? 6,750. Write in income column. And finally 31st December 15. You are left out with balance carried on 900 debentures. Accrued interest I have already calculated. 3,375 I have told you already. Last working notes 3,375. Okay. The cost column is going to be your balancing figure. Okay. Now I'll tell you without doing anything. This 1,000 has been sold like this. What is the cost price? 51 plus 38,400. It is coming to 89,400. If you want, you can cross check because under FIFO these two are left out. No, I think if you can understand, you can do wonders. You can also cross check with the calculator. So let me close this. 1900 minus 1,100. Now interest column, let us see. Income column 11,250. I think this is to be calculated. 11,250 plus 3,000 plus 3,000 plus 6,750 plus 3,375. 27,375. 27,375. From this you deduct 2250, 2500, sorry, 27375 minus 2500 minus 2500 minus 3750, 18,625 is the income column. Net effect is transferred to profit and loss account. $18,620. Now this also can be closed. Debit side total 1,05,000 plus 51,000, 38,400 is coming to 2,04,400. Minus 57,300 minus 5,700 minus 52,000. What you're getting? 89,400. No, it means because this particular lot has not been sold, we got it. So if market value is given, we need to compare. Market value is lower than this, market value should be written. Then loss will be again written here. Loss due to reduction in the market value. Otherwise, this it's okay. The total is 2,04,400. I hope you got the clarity. You can keep on trying this again. So today I want to give you this as a homework to you. Okay, can you try this? Did you see the problem? Here I think the method has not been given. You can assume FIFO. You can assume FIFO. Opening balance 1,20,000 means by 100 means 1,200. Purchase 200, sold. Opening lot, purchase 150. Because opening balance face value has been given, no? 1,20,000 by 100. 1,200 debentures. Again here the question doesn't arise. You'll be selling from FIFO only. Same like previous problem. This is a homework. I'll be giving you the answer in the next class. You can cross check if you want. Okay, my dear friends. So shall I conclude for the day? And if you want to try, you can also try this. This too I will discuss in the next class if you got. I think this no need to discuss. This is simple, but the problem is silent about come interest, X interest. Have a thought, give a thought to this. So we are having more number of problems on variable scripts rather than this fixed bearing scripts. This is simple. Okay. So I am concluding the day. We'll meet in the next class. Till then, goodbye. Thank you. God bless you all.